श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। सर्ववेदान्तसिद्धान्त गोचरं तमगोचरं गोविन्दं परमानन्दं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्. The two words bhakti and jnanam are often confused. So they are misinterpreted in the sense that sometimes, people think that the bhakti marga is suitable for one with an emotional temperament, and the jnana marga is suitable for an intellectual mindset. But we see how in the Viveka Chudamani, Acharya Shankara makes it clear what is bhakti. Definition: Swaswarupa Anusandhanam or Swatma Tattva Anusandhanam, which means Atma Vicharaha, self-inquiry. That is knowing all about oneself. This is what Vedanta is all about. Do I know myself fully? Do I know who I really am? So this Acharya, this exploration, this inquiry is Gariyasi Bhakti, is the highest Bhakti, because that Atma Vichara will take us to Shastra Vichara and Guru Prapti and Jnana Nishtha and then Jnanameva Moksha. So this is the direct path to Moksha. So we have seen so far how this qualified student, the Mumukshu, Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampannah Mumukshu, has become Tattva Jignyasuhu. He desires to gain this knowledge. He wants moksha. And he approaches the Guru in a very traditional manner, reverential manner, with an attitude of Shraddha, Bhakti, humility, and showing a mind that is open and willing to do seva, whatever it takes for this knowledge. And so, Samaradhya, Prajnam Guru. What kind of Guru? We have seen a lot of description. Prajnaha Guru. That is a Guru who is knowledgeable in the Shastras. And having approached the Guru, this Shishya addresses the Guru by saying, Hey Karunya Sindho, Nataloka Bandho, Hey Swami, and describes his suffering, his plight. The Shishya says, O Guru, Aham Patitam, I have fallen into this ocean of samsara, and I do not know where is the beginning, where is the middle, where is the end. And he says, Mam Uddhara, you lift me up and out of this drowning situation. Then in another verse, Shishya says, I am Taptam, I am burnt and roasted by the Tapatrayam, by the forest fire like samsara agnihi. And in the world also, I am unable to understand what is the way out to escape. I have achieved a lot of things in life, but none of them is stable. Wealth, possessions, people, and property, status, even life. Yama is ready to approach any time. So I'm attacked by karmic, choiceless situations from all around. This Dushta Vata, the winds of Dushkarmas, they are attacking me. So I do not know any other refuge other than you, says the Shishya. So the Shishya is acutely aware of the samsara dukkha and is saying that even the punya situation, favorable situations today, will become papa tomorrow, our future wombs of pain. So, I am taptam and I am, patitam and I am bhitam. Bhitam is terrified of this life of becoming. This is the bhava, bhavati eva bhavaha, life of becoming, life of constantly feeling limited and bound and suffering with uncertainties and anxieties. So I want to solve it fundamentally. Problems, we all can solve it superficially by changing a few things and escaping into distractions. But there is a fundamental way of dissolving the problem itself, and that is only by self knowledge. So that is what the Shishya wants, because the Shishya is endowed with Tivra Mumukshutvam. And that is why in the Yoga Sutra of Patanjali it is said, Vivekinaha Sarvam Dukkham Eva. So the one who is awakened, who is a Viveki and a Vairagyi, everything is Dukkham. In the sense that, there may be a small respite, a small break, but again we are back to the same routines and dragging on in life. So this is how Shishya has approached the Guru. And we see a similar situation in the Bhagavad Gita in the very first chapter, Arjuna Vishada Yoga, where Arjuna describes to Krishna, Sidanti mama gatrani mukham cha parishishyati, vepatuscha sharire me romaharshascha jayate, gandiva samsrate hastat tvakchaiva paridahyate bhramati eva manaha. So very graphic, intense description says the mouth is parched, the Gandiva is slipping from my hands because all my limbs are trembling and the body is feverish and my mind is restless. I do not know. So again, there we find Arjuna does not escape, but he stays because he wants to address the problem fundamentally. Now, fundamentally means to address the root cause of samsara, which we know is ajnanam, self-ignorance. So this is how the Shishya has approached the Guru. And then we saw beautiful verses in praise of the Guru. And that was the last verse, number 37, which is this one. Shanta mahanto nivasanti santaha vasantavallokahitam charantaha tirna swayam bhima bhavarnamam janan ahetunanyana pitarayantaha. So here the Shishya says that, these gurus, they are all Shantas. They're all so calm and composed, and they're Mahantas. They are great Mahatmas, and who are Santaha, devoted to Satvastu. And like even the spring season, which brings joy and color and life, they also move about constantly engaged in Loka Sangraha, bringing relief to the suffering people, removing their afflictions. Then Swayam Tirnaha. Swayam Tirnaha, they have crossed the ocean. They are established in the truth. And Anyan Api Tarayantaha. They help now the other people cross over this formidable ocean of samsara. How? Ahetuna. Without any motive. Without any motive, like the spring, like nature. So the nature is constantly nourishing and ever generous and compassionate. And that is the analogy we saw last in shloka number 37. Now, Acharya gives another analogy for the Mahatmas, and that is the shloka number 38. So we will go to that shloka now. अयं स्वभावस्वत एव यत्पर श्रमापनोदप्रवणं महात्मनाम् अयं स्वभावस्वत एव यत्पर श्रमापनोदप्रवणं महात्मनाम् सुधां सुरेश स्वयमर्ककर्कश सुधां सुरेश स्वयमर्ककर्कश प्रभाभितप्तामवतिक्षितिं किल प्रभाभितप्तामवतिक्षितिं किल अयं स्वभावः स्वत एव यत् परश्रम Apanot pravanam Apanot pravanam mahatmanam. Sudhamshuhu eshaha swayam arka karkasha prabha abhitaptam avati kshitim kila. So here is a very nice, beautiful analogy for this Ahetuka Daya Sindhu Guru. And that is, this verse is talking about the moon. So where is the verb here in this whole shloka? Avati. Now, Avati in the second line. Av, the dhatu av in Sanskrit means rakshati. So Avati rakshati, av dhatu. So Avati protects. So first we'll see the analogy. Sudhamshuhu. Sudhamshuhu, in that word, amshuhu means a ray, chandrika. And Sudha is nectar. So that which has this nectarine cooling rays is the moon. So Sudhamshuhu is the moon. So Sudhamshuhu, what it will do? Arka Karkasha. Arka is the sun and Karkasha is that very hot, scorching Prabha, no, the heat. So Arka Karkasha Prabha, that is the effulgent, the burning sunlight of Arka. Then what happens to Kshiti? Kshiti is the earth. So the Kshiti will be what? Abhitaptam. Abhitaptam means it will be very heated up during the day. So this Abhitaptam Kshiti, which is heated by the Arka Karkasha Prabha, by the scorching rays of the sun, especially in summer, then Avati. What does the moon do? Sudhamshuhu. Avati kila. Does it not cool down the earth at night with the soma, with the cooling nectarine chandrika? That is the drishtantaha. Then eshaha. The word is there. Sudhamshu eshaha. So esha is referring to the Guru. So similarly, the Guru protects and guides the afflicted jiva similarly. And coming back to the first line, why? Ayam swabhavaha swataha eva mahatmanam. So this is the natural, spontaneous nature of Mahatmas to offer help and to remove the suffering. And what do? Yet parashrama. Parashrama is the suffering and afflictions of others. Parashrama apanod. Apanod is to remove. To remove, and that is pravana. Pravana means that is the natural tendency. That is the nature of Mahatmas. So, ayam swabhavaha swataha eva. That is the own tendency. They cannot but help remove the suffering of afflicted jivas. And parishrama apanot, that is the pravana of the Mahatmas. Just like the moon, Sudhamshuhu cools the entire earth, yeah, which was heated up and scorched by the, Arka Karkasha, parched, heated rays of the sun during the day. So that verb there is avati, protects. So that is why Acharya Shankara says that is the third rarest of the blessings. Mahapurusha Samshrayaha, the protecting care of a Mahatma. So this is another beautiful analogy. So first we saw, how the Shishya prays for the Kataksha. Kataksha is the drishti. Even just a sideway glance of compassion will cool down the suffering and burn away the papas of the seekers. And that is the initial way. But later on, it is by the Jnana Ganga, by the Upadesha, the cooling nectar-like words of the Guru will calm down and relief will come to the suffering jiva. That's the idea. So let's see the verse again. Ayam swabhavasvata eva yat parashramapanodah pravanam mahatmanam sudham shuresha swayamarka karkasha prabhavitaptam avatikshitim kila. Simple shloka. Let's go to 39. Now, 39th shloka is in that long meter, Shardula Vikridita. Remember Dakshinamurti Stotram? And so we will chant it a couple of times. ब्रह्मानन्दरसानुभूतिकलितैः पूतैः सुशीतैर्युतैः युष्मद्वाक्कलशोज्झितैः श्रुतिसुखैः वाक्यामृतैः सेचय सन्तप्तं भवतापदावदहनज्वालाभिरेनं प्रभो धन्यास्ते भवदीक्षणक्षणगतेः पात्रीकृता स्वीकृताः ब्रह्मानन्दरसानुभूतिकलितैः पूतैः सुशीतैर्युतैः युष्मद्वाक्कलशोज्झितैः श्रुतिसखैः वाक्यामृतैः सेचय सन्तप्तं भवतापदावदहनज्वालाभिरेनं प्रभो धन्यास्ते भवदीक्षणक्षणगतेः पात्रीकृता स्वीकृताः. So this is a long verse, and again the Shishya is, praising the Guru. When there is, when we approach somebody and we say nice, pleasing words, then it is very likely that the person will be pleased. And so here also the Guru is very pleased by the prashraya seva bhavana of the Shishya, and by all these words, by the whole attitude also. And so before the Upadesha begins, this is how one must approach the Guru, it is said. So what does the Shishya say here? Here, we have to locate the verb first. Look at the second line, Sechaya. Sechaya verb comes from the sich dhatu in Sanskritam. Sich means to sprinkle. Sprinkle, abhishekam. So the Shishya is saying, O Guru, please do abhishekam. Sechaya. Sechaya. And then the rest of the words, you can see that they are in the Tritiya Bahuvachan. The third person plural. So sprinkle with what? Now what is the waters here? The second line says that Shruti Sukhaihi Vakyamritaihi. So let's take Vakyamritaihi. With the Amritam, nectarine-like words, Upadesha, Sechaya, you shower the nectarine words on me, says the Shishya. Then all the other words are adjectives. No? Brahmananda rasanubhuti kalitaihi putaihi sushitaihi yutaihi yushmat vakkala shod jhitaihi shruti sukhaihi vakya mritaihi sechaya. So let us see the first two lines first. So sechaya means to shower. So shower with what here? Vakyamritaihi, with the nectarine words of wisdom, the Upadesha. Then those Upadesha are what? Shruti Sukhaihi. Here Shruti we will take as, Shravanam here, and not the Vedas. Shruti Sukhaihi means that which is pleasing for the Karna, pleasing to hear, which is giving me Karna Ananda. Shruti Sukhaihi Vakyamritaihi Sechaya. No? So it's a figurative usage. And actually the Gurus may also do Abhishekam for the Shishyas. I have seen somebody who's, Shashtyabdi is happening, or Shatabdi. The Gurus, they are blessed when the Guru himself comes and from the Kalasha pours the water on the Shishya. For Sannyasa Diksha also it can happen. But here it is a figurative usage. No? Oh Guru, you please shower upon me your words. No? Then, where are the words coming from? Yushmat va kalasha uchiteihi. So what is a kalasha here? Vak kalasha. So your mukham, yushmat mukham, your mouth, mukham, O Guru, is the kalasha from which are flowing this jnana ganga, cooling nectarine words. Then sushitaihi yutaihi. So the words which are endowed with a cooling power. Sushitaihi yutaihi. And what else? They are putaihi, purifying. Now the word puta comes from the pru dhatu, to purify. So we have seen so many things purify. We take a daily bath, we do japa to purify the mind. We burn the garbage to purify. So fire purifies, water purifies, but nothing purifies like knowledge. Nahi jnanena sadrishamiha vidyate. Gita. There is nothing as purifying as the Atma Vidya. Because it frees us from both papa, punyam, dharma, adharma. And it establishes the fact of Nitya Shuddha, Nitya Mukta, Nitya Buddha Atma Tattvam. So Putaihi. Then the first long word there, Brahmananda Rasanubhuti Kalitaihi. So Brahmananda, we know, Brahmananda is Swarupananda. So Guru, you are constantly enjoying, you are abiding in that Swarupananda. You are having the Rasa Anubhuti. Rasa Anubhuti is you are tasting that experience. Of course, it's not an experiential Anandam, it is Swarupananda. So Brahmananda Rasa Anubhuti Kalitaihi. So those words of Jnanam that are flowing through the Vak Kalash and which are so cooling, pleasing and comforting to hear, that are purifying me, which are nectarine-like, are born of your wisdom, of that Brahmananda. So that's the first two lines. Brahmananda rasanubhuti kalitaihi putai sushitay yutaihi yushmatva kalashodchitai shruti sukhaihi vakyamritai sechaya. So you shower me with this, the sacred Jnana Ganga. Then in the third line, santaptam, the word comes back again. Santaptam means samya taptam. Taptam we already saw, burnt. I am being burnt. So again the Shishya repeats that santaptam, I am really roasted in what? Bhava, tapa, dava, dahana, jvalabhihi. By the jwalamukhi, by this volcanic fire of samsara, which is like a forest fire. So the Shishya is again repeating and addressing the Guru as Prabhu. For a Shishya, the Guru is Prabhu because there is no difference between Ishvara and Guru. Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bhedavi Bhagini. Only the appearance, there is a Nama Rupa, but in essence, they are equal. So he addresses the Guru as Hey Prabhu. So I am going through this tapa. Tapa is I'm burning in the fire of, tapatrayam. What are they? We know that very well. Adhyatmika tapa, Adi Bhautika, and Adi Daivika. So Adhyatmika tapa is centered on this Panchikrita Shariram. So the body has to go through the Shadvikaras. Aging will be there. Yeah, and bodily problems will be there also. And then Shuddh Pipasa will be there. And body is subject to Janma Mrityu. So hunger, thirst, these are described as the afflictions of the physical body, centered on the body. And then the mind. When we have a physical problem, the mind is troubled. And when the mind is anxious, the body is also affected. So there is a very close connection. But the doctors will tell us most of our problems, 90% are what? Psychosomatic. All centered in it begins in the mind. Yeah. They're saying this more and more. The percentage is rising, 92, 93. Of course, if you have some junk food here and there, and then at the physical level, Anna dosha will be there and there'll be some suffering. But because of the emotional, psychological suffering, it translates and affects the body also. That is the Adhyatmika Tapa. Then Adi Bhautika Tapa. Adi Bhautika Tapa, look at Nepal. What is happening there? Whole Nepal burning. Surroundings, our colleagues, our neighbors, family, and some unrest and situations can happen. Then that can affect me very deeply. Adi Bhautika Tapa. Then Adi Devika, of course, we know this flood situations, earthquakes, weather changes, the seasons all bring their own consequences, and we have to put up with all. So now the Shishya is talking about this, psychological suffering due to the tapatrayam and says santaptam. I am being roasted. And says roasted by bhava tapa dava dahana jvalabhihi. Then he says enam. The word enam is just before Prabhu. Enam means the Shishya is objectifying himself and says, in the all irkane. This is me. You do sechaya to me. Enam sechaya he Prabhu. So this, unfortunate, afflicted jiva standing, by your side, sechaya, you please bless and you sprinkle and shower the nectar of your compassion. Then the last line is very beautiful here. Let's chant it. धन्यास्ते भवदीक्षणक्षणगतेः पात्रीकृता स्वीकृताः. So here are the dhanyaha. Who are the dhanyaha? The shishyas, no? Who have surrendered to a guru, who have first were, aware of the suffering and then seeing no escape road. Na anyat sharanam jane, aham na jane. I do not know any other refuge except you. And approach the guru and surrender. They are dhanyaha. That we have done Dhanyashtakam, if you remember, by Adi Shankaracharya. There it was described what is true dhanam. It is not wealth, it is not status, but it is the one possessing Viveka, Vairagyam, Guru Prapti, and eventually Samyak Darshanam. They are dhanyaha. So here the Shishya says, Te dhanyaha. So these people are dhanyaha because Bhavat ikshana kshanagatehe. Bhavat means your. So Shishya says, Oh Guru, even just a passing glance, one kshana of your compassionate drishti, kataksha drishti, if it has fallen upon the Shishya, they are dhanyas. Why? Because they become patri kritaha, svikritaha. The Shishya says, that means you have accepted the Shishyas. Svikritaha, they have come into the fold of your protecting care and blessing, and you have made them eligible for this knowledge. Patri kritaha. So in such glowing words, the Shishya is praising the Prajna Guru. And so calling them all as, Dhanya. Dhanya because they're all blessed who have come to you, surrendered to you, and who are seeking this knowledge from you. Let's see the shloka again. ब्रह्मानन्दरसानुभूतिकलितैः पूतैः सुशीतैर्युतैः युष्मद्वाक्कलशोज्झितैः श्रुतिसुखैर्वाक्यामृतैः सेचय सन्तप्तं भवतापदावदहनज्वालाभिरेनं प्रभो धन्यास्ते भवदीक्षणक्षणगतेः पात्रीकृता स्वीकृताः. So it takes a very special punyam, to have a guru. The Upanishad says, Acharyavan Purushaha Veda. Because many people may be mumukshus, but they are not jitnyasus. Mumukshus means we have a desire for freedom, fine, liberation. But what are we doing for that? Are we seeking the knowledge? May not. So their punyam is lacking. And then one may not find the right guru, parampara. One may not be able to surrender to a guru because the guru is seen as an authority figure. So for all these reasons, it is said that these are all punya. When we have a guru parampara to guide us in the shastra, we are able to do shastra vichara. So that was the shloka number 39. Now let's go to the next one, 40. Now here, the Shishya is expressing more concretely, what is the problem? And says here in 40th shloka, Katham tareyam bhava sindhumetam, Katham tareyam bhava sindhumetam, Kava gatirme katamostyupayaha, Kava gatirme katamostyupayaha, Janena kinchit kripayava prabho, Janena kinchit kripayava prabho, Samsara दुःख क्षति मातनुष्व संसार दुःख क्षति मातनुष्व कथं तरेयं भव सिन्धुम् एतम् का वा गतिः मे कथमः अस्ति उपायः जाने न किञ्चित् कृपया अव मां प्रभो संसार दुःख क्षतिम् आतनुष्व. So, here also the Shishya is requesting for protection. Did you notice the same verb is coming here also? Earlier it was avati and here it is ava. Ava is lot, commanding. So, hey Prabhu, O Lord, Mam ava, you protect me. Why? Because Shishya is now expressing his dukkham. He says, Katham tarayam, how am I to cross this ocean? How shall I cross? Crossword Bhavasindhum etam. This Bhavasindhu. Bhavasindhu is the ocean of becoming. That is samsara. And kava gatihi me. Now what is the gati for me? So what is my fate? What will happen to me? What is my destiny? Kava gatihi. Then katamaha asti upayaha. So for katamaha, we can put the word kaha. So kaha asti upayaha. Is there a remedy? Is there a solution? What is the way out? Katamaha. Jane na kinchit. I do not know anything. I am confused and my mind is wandering. I am lost and there is no direction I see. Jane na kinchit. Then kripaya, with compassion, ava. There is the verb there. You please protect me because I am surrounded and attacked by all kinds of, negative consequences. Then Atanushva, protect whom? Kripaya ava, protect whom? Mam. Hey Prabhu, you protect me. Me who is samsara dukkha kshatim. Dvitiya vibhakti. Kshatim means injury. So I who am attacked and injured and wounded, not physically, mentally, psychologically. Yeah? Psychologically, by the samsara dukkha, what should you do? Atanushva. Unfamiliar verb for us. Atanushva means please remove. Please take out, but take out completely. Root out. Uproot the cause for the samsara dukkha kshati. This infliction. So you see the samsara, this Shishya is very acutely aware that it is present in all the stages of life. As a child, is very vulnerable, very sensitive. And so that is also a difficult stage. Then as a child matures into the turbulent youth stage, that is very painful sometimes more for the parents than for the teenage children also. Hormonal issues, the changing, phases, very painful. Then as we grow up and want to settle in life with career and job and professional anxieties, middle age creeps in, and then it is too hectic in achieving artha kama goals and feeling secure and happy, feeling settled in life. That is the middle age. But then slowly after the middle age, life keeps progressing and before we know it, there is Vriddha Avastha. So Vriddha Avastha, are we prepared for it? And Jara, that Jara stage comes with its own unique problems. Loneliness, anxiety, worry about the future. Not only worry about the future, but also regrets about the past. we may have had so many unfulfilled dreams. I could not fulfill that dream, this dream. So there is a sense of disappointment and frustration and hanging on to memories. So memories can be very, very disturbing for a mind that is retired, and empty mind is a devil's workshop. That is why they say. So one has to prepare for the Jara stage, and especially Vanaprastha onwards, to keep the mind healthy by letting go of the past. The past is like a cancelled check. So we focus on the present, and the present will take us to the future. So this is what the Shishya is meaning by samsara dukkha kshatihi. And you please what? Atanushva, remove from the root. So Shishya is clearly saying, I am not interested in temporary solutions. Yeah, temporarily, when there is dukkha, what would we do? We can take a distraction, we can travel, we can contact friends, and we get distracted momentarily. So Shishya says, I have consulted priests and astrologers and doctors and well-wishers, but now you are my only refuge. Yeah, I know that there is no other way other than this liberating knowledge. And so Sechaya, Mam Uddhara, Paripahi, He Prabhu. That is the Shishya's request and appeal. So 40. Katham tareyam bhava sindhumetam, katham tareyam bhava sindhumetam, kava gatirme katamostyupayah, kava gatirme katamostyupayah, janeन किंचित कृपयाव मां प्रभो, जानेन किंचित कृपयाव मां प्रभो, संसार दुःख क्षतिमातनुष्व. So these are all called, pariprashnas. No, remember Gita? Tatvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. Pariprashnaha means a very valid, authentic question, genuine question. So we do not want to ask questions to test a guru, or something related to worldly matters, no? And that is not what the Param Guru is all about. For there. So the very word guru also means one who is a Mahavakya Upadesha Data. Strictly speaking, the Shastras call the guru only that person who gives us the Mahavakya Upadesha. All the other gurus, dance guru, karate guru, sports guru, they're all upagurus. But now in the world, we use the word guru quite freely for all these. Now the next shloka is the guru steps in, and let us see how the guru responds. Number 41. Now there is a very gradual build up in the Viveka Chudamani. You see, up to 40 verses we have seen the Shishya has only approached the guru, and now the guru's role is going to be clear. तथा वदन्तं शरणागतं स्वं, तथा वदन्तं शरणागतं स्वं, संसारदावानलतापतप्तं, संसारदावानलतापतप्तं, निरीक्ष्य कारुण्यरसार्द्र दृष्ट्या, निरीक्ष्य कारुण्यरसार्द्र दृष्ट्या, दद्यादभीतिं सहसा महात्मा, दद्यादभीतिं सहसा महात्मा. So that Mahatma, Mahatma is the Guru, Prajnaha Guru. Tatha vadantam sharanagatam swam, samsara dava anala tapa taptam, nirikshya karunya rasarda drishtya, dadyad abhitim sahasa Mahatma. Now here, where is the verb here? Dadyat. Dadyat means datavyaha. Datavyaha means should be given. Dadyat is may that one person give. Now, who is it referring to? Obviously, Guru. So, Mahatma Dadyat. There is a mandate in the Shastra that when such a seeker endowed with Tivra Mumukshutvam or any grade of Mumukshutvam approaches a Guru, the Guru cannot refuse and say, come back in 2026, dekhenge, I am busy now. Can't you see I am busy? No. A real Guru, that is Ahetuka Daya Sindhu Guru, will sahasa. Sahasa means immediately, instantly try to, extinguish that samsara agnihi for the seeker. We'll do something for immediate relief. It's like, somebody comes wounded. What will we do first? We will not start with surgery. We will do first aid, right? Some first aid and calming down the emotions, letting him ventilate, giving some cool water. So that is what the Guru also will do now. And he will say, Kavalapada there, don't worry, Chinta Mastu. And then only later on, slowly begin the Upadesha. So that here is, must give. So may it be given. Who will give? Mahatma. And when? Sahasa, because it is an emergency situation. Sahasa Dadyat Mahatma. Last line. And what will that Mahatma give? Abhiti. Abhiti means fearlessness. Abhayam. Now that's why most of our gods will have this Abhaya Mudra. Right? And gurus also do that. And really, Shishyas will experience, a force coming out. They will even describe the light coming out of the hasta. Those who are intensely bonded with the guru, they can feel it. That how the power can come from the eyes, can come from the hand, and can transform the mind of a devoted Shraddhavan Shishya. So that the guru will reassure first. Remember how Krishna reassured? Tamuvacha vishidantam prahasanniva bharata senayorupayor madhye senayorupayor madhye uvacha madhusudanaha. Like that, there's a shloka just before the Upadesha starts. And Prahasan, Krishna is smiling all through. And that smile is a smiling look of reassurance to Arjuna. And then Krishna, opens with a bang and says, Ashochanan Vashochastvam, 11th shloka of the Gita chapter 2. So here also, the Mahatma first, he will give a reassuring look or a few words, Abhitim Dadyat Sahasa. Then what to whom? And that is the first line. Tatha Vadantam Sharanagatam Swam. So that Shishya Swam, who has offered himself or herself, who is Sharanagata, surrendered, and who has just spoken. We saw all the graphic, intense descriptions by the Shishya. Tatha Vadantam Sharanagatam Swam. And what kind of Shishya? Again, the Acharya describes Samsara Dava Anala Tapa Taptam. The one who is roasted by the Anala, the fire of the Tapatrayam, the fire of worldly existence. Samsara Dukkha, Dukkhagni. Then now what does the Guru do? Niriksha. You see that word here? Niriksha, Lyap Pratyaya. Tatha Vadantam Sharanagatam Swam Samsara Dava Anala Tapa Taptam Niriksha. Niriksha is seeing, looking at that Shishya compassionately. Karunya Rasa Ardra Drishtya. Ardra Drishtya means what? A very compassionate glance and filled with compassion. Karunya Rasa, with the Karunya Rasa, Ardra Drishtya, looking fully at the Shishya, Niriksha. And Dadyat, and that look itself, is very comforting to the Shishya. So when the first step, this is called Atma Kripa. Now the Shishya himself or herself decided to approach the Guru and has developed all these qualities and has got Viveka, Vairagyam, burning Mumukshutvam, and comes and contacts the Guru. This is called Atma Kripa. And now that has drawn fully the Guru Kripa. So through this step alone itself, also the Shishya would have got tremendous relief. What will be the feelings of the Shishya? Oh, now there is somebody who will take care of me, who will protect me, who will guide me, how to come out of this naughty situation of samsara whirlpool. And so that is the first wave of relaxation that the Shishya will feel. And so here the Guru is giving the fearlessness. So the Guru will advise as per the Shishya. Now, whatever stage of life the Shishya is, the Guru will give accordingly the Upadesha. But because here the Shishya has Tivra Mumukshutvam, so the Guru will get into the Upadesha now with Panchakosha Viveka and all that. Avasthatraya Sakshi, all that will follow. But for many people, it can happen that the Guru will give, initial Upadesha to take a break or to do some intense japa or to do dhyanam or to focus more on seva, in the family, something that will remove the immediate distress signals. Yeah. But the Guru will always have the Shishya in mind. And this is what even Prashnottara Ratnamalika we saw. What is the definition of a Guru? The Guru is always thinking about Shishya Hita. That is the well-being of the Shishya. And so leading the Shishya stage by stage, from one stage to the next stage of Jnanam, that is the role of the Guru. So that is why it is said that when there is a demand, when there is a mukshutvam, a Shishya is there, then the cosmos has to provide a Guru. The Guru also has to appear. Okay? And then in the next shloka, we are going to see what exactly the Guru does and how he proceeds to remove the anxiety and distress of the Shishya. We'll just briefly look at that and close. Vidvan satasma upasatti miyushe mumukshave sadhu yathoktakarine prashanta chittaya shamanvitaya tattvopadesham kripayeva kuryat. And the Guru should give the tattvopadesha kripaya with compassion to the one who is longing for this knowledge and who has a prashanta chitta and shaman vitaya. Now, prashanta chitta means, obviously, we have been hearing he is taptam, he is santaptam, he is patitam. So, prashanta here means he has turned away from artha and kama. He is now also pursuing only dharma for the sake of moksha. That is the meaning prashanta chitta. Then shaman vitaya, we know, shamadama ukta, endowed with shamadama. And so to such a shishya, then the Guru proceeds to relieve the mental anxiety. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.